Hi, good afternoon. My name is Wan Muhammad Shaki Iman bin Wan Muhammad Sharif. My matrix number B132510304. Today, based on the infographic, I will be presenting our experiment that we have been learned in the lab session. Our group has choose bed friction that we have doing in the lab too. Bed friction is experiment on the effect of the angle of contact on the tension ratio and coefficient of friction in the belt pulley system. This study is important because belt drives are widely used in power transmission system and their performance depend greatly on the friction between belt and the pulley. The objective of this experiment were first to, to investigate the effect of the angle of contact on the tension ratio between the tight side and slack side of the belt. Second, to determine the coefficient of friction between different bed material and gray cast iron pulley using the capstan equation. For the methodology, for the experiment, different bed material, namely rubber bed and ham rope, were installed on the pulley, and then an initial tension was applied to the bed. Then the pulley was rotated at a constant speed while varying the angle of contact from 30 degree to 180 degree. Then the tension on the tight side F1 and the slack side F2 were measured. And lastly, the tension ratio is F1 divided by F2 and the coefficient of friction were then calculated and compared with theory theoretical value based on the capstan equation.
Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. My name is Ahmad Shafi bin Muhammad Isari and my test number is B132510 Uh, I will present about the result and discussion. Based on the result that we obtained, the tension ratio F1 over F2 increased as the angle of contact increased. The indicated that greater friction was generate between the belt and the pulley. As a result, the belt could transmit power more effectively and the possibility of slipping was reduced. Furthermore, our experimental results were generally consistent with the Capstan equation. However, there was slightly difference between the experimental and theoretical value. As you can see, the graph, the line slowly increase. There was a slight difference between the experimental and theoretical value. This variation may have been caused by measurement errors, variation in the surface condition of the pulley, and inconsistencies in the belt materials used during the experiment. When comparing the different belt materials, leather show the highest coefficient of friction, followed by rubber, while hem rope had the lowest coefficient of friction. This demonstrates that the type of belt material significantly influences friction performance and slip resistance. That's all for the result and discussion section. Thank you.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Yunazri bin Yunalis. My matrix number B1325103115. So I'm going to talk about the type of belt. The first belt is rubber belt and the second is hem rope. After that I'm going to talk about the conclusion. The experiment verified that increasing the angle of contact increases belt friction and the tension ratio F1 per F2, resulting in better power transmission. Second, different belt material exhibited different coefficient of friction, with leather providing the highest friction performance and hemp the lowest. And lastly, overall, the experimental results showed good agreement with theoretical and literature review, validating and application of the Capstan equation in belt friction analysis.